guys enjoy it. When I was younger, my mom was strict about soda pop, whatever you guys want to call it. Before I could have any with dinner, I had to finish 2 water bottles. I think she didn't trust that I got enough water at school. Back then, it felt unfair, but now I think she was teaching me that the best things don't always come first. My mom also taught me how to ride a bike. I fell over and over again. Straight knees, crooked handlebars, and parked cars that somehow always found me. Turning was the hardest part. My options seemed so simple. Left, right, or crash straight into whatever was in front of me. I hated every second of learning. But some things are worth the bruises, some things are worth looking foolish for, and some things are just worth the wait. I was diagnosed with poor vision my sophomore year of high school, along with being colorblind. Yet, I've always believed in love at first sight. Because even if I couldn't tell you the color of your shoes, I knew that I wanted to sweep you off your feet. I'm not a morning person, or an evening person, or a night person. I love my bed. But if it meant getting to see you, I stayed awake every hour of every day without ever asking for sleep. And on nights I couldn't, I would hope to God that He would allow me to find you in my dreams. When we first met, I was still a kid trying to understand a word I only heard in songs. I thought I knew what love was, and I didn't. I tried to force something into existence that was never meant to bloom yet. We went our own paths, and for that I'm sorry. We reconnected and forever grateful for faith allowing me to be so blessed. I found you once again. I found you in a point in time where everything seemed new, where I knew I saw someone I wanted to explore the world with. I wore my heart on my sleeve for you, and it rolled into trembling hands that couldn't stop shaking. Scared it would fall, unaware what would happen if my heart hit the ground. And somehow you were the first person who made me believe it was safe to leave it in my hands. You held my heavy hands and helped me carry the weight. Loving you felt like a kid. Loving you felt like being a kid all over again, like the world got quieter, like for once I didn't have to worry about tomorrow. Love songs stopped sounding like pretty lyrics and started sounding like memories that we hadn't made yet. They became promises that I wanted to spend the rest of my life keeping. It took years, but you have been worth the wait. The late nights after heartbreak, after feeling lost in a world so big, after giving up time and time again, you have been worth the wait. Worth every sleepless night, every unanswered prayer, every bruise, every wrong turn. I don't claim to be perfect. I'm far from it. I know my anger has taken a hold of a bullhorn and spoken louder than my heart ever wanted it to. I know my insecurities have mistaken my fears for the truth. I let that fear dress up as jealousy, overthinking as silence. I'm learning that love isn't holding tighter because you're afraid something will leave. Sometimes love is trusting that what is meant for you does not need to be chased. Somewhere between wanting to love you and while learning how, I came to the realization that you never asked me to change. You never asked me to become someone else. You never demanded perfection. Somehow, just by loving me, you made me want to become someone I could finally be proud of. Not because I wasn't enough, but because you reminded me I could be better. And maybe that's what my mom had been trying to teach me all along, that good things take patience, that falling is not failure, and wrong turns don't always mean that you're lost. Sometimes they become the story of how you found exactly where you were meant to be. I spent years falling in love with an idea, only to realize the idea had been waiting to become your name. I'm sorry if at times I hold your hand too tight, and I'm sorry if it feels like I'm scared when I hug you. Ever since I found you again, life has felt like a dream, but this time I don't want to wake up. Because for the first time, I'm not dreaming about the love that I want, I'm living it. Thank you.